even 1 minute to go. Mr. Khan is having tea alone. Akela pita hai chai. Arey Baba. Ram, did you play cards with Baba?
Well, not really.
Not really.
But he punished me and he put me through a lot of grief
Achha.
trying to gamble the very first time.
Oh, achha. Okay, time. Avtar Meher Baba ki jai. Janice, would you please do the prayers?
Yes. जय मेहर बाबा। प्रियतम परमात्मा, हमारी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम तुझसे अधिक का अधिक प्रेम करें, और अधिक और फिर भी उससे भी अधिक प्रेम करें, जब तक कि हम तुझ में मिलकर एक हो जाने के पात्र बन जाएं। और तू हम सब की ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम अंत तक प्रियतम बाबा का दामन दृढ़ता से पकड़े रहे। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Jai Baba, everybody. Welcome to this program. First things first, I would like to invite our Lord and Master, Avtar Meher Baba, to join us for this session. I would request him not only to join us, but take over the proceedings of this entire program the way he wishes it to be. So the speakers will speak whatever he wishes them to speak, and we shall take a dip in his ocean of love for the next 1.5 hours or whatever. Today we have two great speakers. One is Mr. Janardhan Rao of Nizamabad. He's not new to us. He's been with us twice before. And today he will tell us about his experiences and time on the hill after Baba had dropped his body. And खुदा की ईश्वर की लीला जो है, it is so funny कि we are just about finishing the Amar Tithi and the sadness, and all the minds are now set for the celebration of his birthday. So directly or indirectly, he teaches us as to where the importance lies. We've also got Jimmy Khan, who is going to speak to us about his experience of playing cards with Baba. The game was called La Risk. He will tell us all in great details, but the beauty of that game was that the losers, there were two teams, Baba's team and somebody else's team, and the losers were actually the winners in the Lord's Darbar. But that we leave it to Jimmy. नहीं तो वो बोलेगा मेरा सीक्रेट सब बोल दिया, so मजा नहीं आएगा. One thing I would like to mention about Mr. Rao is I want to sincerely thank him, because जब हमने उनको contact किया था about this Thursday to talk, he didn't have free time. उन्होंने बोला कि next Thursday, and then we said कि भाई ये जो relevance है वो निकल जाएगा, तो he at once agreed, and that only a lover of Baba can do. So thank you very much, sir. Now, without making any more fuss, I hand over to you. Please take over. Rao Sahab, Jai Baba. Your mic is off, sir. Janardhan Sahab, mic is off. Okay.
Yes, he's here. My grandson is here. He'll help me.
Acha.
So I am, so to say, an illiterate in every sense. Sham, do you think I should only speak about those 7 days or something connected?
No, you can speak whatever Baba prompts you to speak. आपका दिल में जो आए वो बोलना. Nothing, no. On this platform, there is no hard and fast rule.
Yeah,
And I would also like to ask people to participate by asking questions or interjecting in between by raising their hands, so that it becomes more interesting. Thank you.
true. So, see, it is such a very sad thing for me. एक गाना है, there's a beautiful song. हम करके मोहब्बत ये समझे रोने से हंसी कुछ दूर नहीं, जिस गम को छिपाया है दिल में उस गम से खुशी कुछ दूर नहीं. तो मोहब्बत में हमेशा मोहब्बत is always what you call such a beautiful experience that you feel always elevated and you feel you have won the entire world. But that is not so with me, because my life has been a series of tragedy. I mean, not, of course, it is tragedy for me, because I don't know whether it is possible at any point of time in future to see Baba again. So I'll come to that first. हिंदी में बोलना, अंग्रेजी में
Mix, जैसा भी, whatever you are comfortable, sir.
So, as a boy, 3 years boy, I very clearly remember, there used to be a street dance. हमारे गांव में होते हैं, स्ट्रीट में, बाजार में होते हैं. तो उसमें पता नहीं क्यों ऐसा होता था, वो रामायण के राम के बारे में होता था. तो वो क्या रोड पे धूल में बैठ के मैं रात भर देखता था एज ए बॉय. आई डोंट नो व्हाई इट वाज लाइक दैट. मेरी माँ, मेरे पिताजी सब सो जाते थे घर पे, मैं अकेला यहाँ रहता था और नौकर लेके मुझे बैठता था. फिर पूरा देखने के बाद वहीं सो जाता था. सो दैट इज हाउ राम हैज मेड his home in my heart. Then what happened? बड़ा हुआ 8-10 साल का, तो हमारे गांव से निज़ामाबाद आया पढ़ने के वास्ते. फिर यहाँ आने के बाद पढ़ाई में मैं बहुत, I was very good. People, even when I was 12-13 years old, so many students of our class, they will come to me and they will have a sort of वो क्या कंबाइंड स्टडीज बोलते थे. कंबाइंड स्टडीज. तो उसमें मैं फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री और मैथ्स तीनों सब्जेक्ट्स में उनको मैं समझाता था.
अरे वाह.
So why I'm coming to this is not related to our story, but some relevance is there. तो उसके बाद क्या हो गया, तो जैसा पढ़ाई आगे बढ़ते गया I forgot Ram, everything. Ram was not there at all. 20-21 साल का हो गया तो फिर मैं राम को भूल गया था टोटली। तो एक दिन ऐसा, मुझे स्विमिंग का बहुत शौक है, बहुत। बस मैं कॉलेज ढूंढा मार के स्विमिंग को चले आता था। वो हमारे टैंक में, वहाँ एक बहुत बड़ा टैंक है हमारे कॉलेज के पीछे। तो 11 बजे ऐसा सुनसान हो जाता है पूरा एरिया। पहले ही वो डिजर्टेड एरिया है और उसमें मैं जो टाइम पे जाता था वहाँ कोई नहीं रहता था। तो टैंक के इस ओर से उस ओर तक मैं स्विमिंग करते जाता था बहुत। तो एक बार ऐसा हो गया, मैं उस तरफ गया, फिर वापस आते आते अभी थोड़ी देर 20 गज की दूर पे वो हमारा जो बाहर आने का जो ये रहता, वहाँ जो 2 खम्बे थे, समथिंग वाज देयर। तो वहाँ आने को और थोड़ी दूर, जस्ट 20 यार्ड्स समझो। तो वहाँ मेरे पाँव को पानी में जो ये रहता वो लपेट गया। और मैं बहुत कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, नहीं निकल पा रहा हूँ। तो एक बार अंदर डूब गया, फिर सेकंड, थर्ड जैसे ही डूबने को था मुझे लगा मैं डूब जाऊंगा। और तो मुझे अचानक राम की याद आई। तो बोला अब मैं मर रहा हूँ, आई मस्ट रिमेंबर राम। सो ऐसा राम करते हुए ऐसा किया और मुझे पता नहीं क्या हो गया। उतना दूर था वो, हाउ इट हैपेंड आई डोंट नो। जब मुझे होश आया तो एक पत्थर पे था मैं। तो बहुत दुख हुआ, अरे कितना हाउ अनफॉर्चुनेट। राम की याद आई पर मौत नहीं आई। तो वो फिर उसके बाद थोड़े दिन में बाबा के संपर्क में आ गए हम, हमारी पूरी फैमिली। मेरे बड़े भाई was a very ardent lover of Meher Baba. When he came to know of Meher Baba, first he had opposed, he said how a Muslim can be God, or he was a ardent lover of Krishna. तो गीता के सारे 18 जो अध्याय होते थे तो पूरा उनको जुबानी याद था। तो और घर घर जाके वो सवेरे 6:30-7 को तैयार होके हर घर को जाके कृष्ण के बारे में, गीता के बारे में। तो वैसे ही एक एनकाउंटर में ये RSN मूर्ति जो मेहर बाबा सेंटर के फाउंडर है, उनसे मुलाकात हुई। फिर वो बाबा के बारे में बोले तो हमारे भाई साहब बिगड़ गए। बोले कि तुम बम्बन मैं बम्बन, मगर तुम कैसा मुसलमान के तुम डिसाइपल हैं। तो वो बोले मिस्टर नारायण राव, अगर आप सही भी कृष्ण को चाहते हैं तो वो कृष्ण मौजूद हैं, जमीन पे मौजूद हैं। तो भड़क गए, मौजूद पे कृष्ण कैसा हो सकता, कैसा आ सकता है। नहीं, अब और बोले कि अभी गीता में है ना, यदा यदा धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति, मैं आऊँगा हर बार बोल के बोले। तो उनको कुछ अच्छा नहीं लगा, फिर भी उनके साथ मिलते गए। फिर ऐसा हो गया तो बाबा की सारी किताब, क्या उस टाइम पे गॉड टू मैन, मैन टू गॉड, लिजन ह्यूमैनिटी, गॉड मैन, डिस्कोर्सेस, पूरे करीब करीब 1 महीना लीव लगा के ऑफिस को वो पढ़ते रहे। ही सच्चे। हाँ। तो उसके बाद क्या हो गया, फिर वो उनको लग गया कि अगर मेरा कृष्ण अभी है, जमीन पे है, तो उसे देखना। तो वो रात दिन तड़पते थे। हम अक्सर, मैं और मेरे बड़े भाई मिलके खाना खाते। हेलो हेलो, चले गए क्या? Am I audible?
Yes, you're absolutely
You
right.
carry on. You carry on.
So what happened? I don't. हाँ, तो वो बाबा को देखना चाहते थे, मगर बाबा स्ट्रिक्ट सेक्लूजन में थे। 1966 it was 1966, And then what happened? He say every year Baba used to be in Guru Prasad and leave for Mehrazad on 30th June. So my brother thought that I'm actually uh, cutting short so many other details what has happened in between. तो वो ऐसा हो गया कि वो 30 जून को बाबा के पास जाने की इरादा कर लेके चले गए. तो वो जाने के वास्ते ऐसा दी देखिए कैसा होता है. ही वॉज दी ओनली अर्निंग मेंबर. ही यूज्ड टू गेट a salary of 60 rupees and we were 10 people. His own children, we brothers and my sister-in-law, so many things. So I was the financial manager. He would bring all his money and give it to me, and he would say, "Come on, we have to do this." Sometimes I would refuse, sometimes I will okay. So it happened even though I was younger to him by 10 years. तो वो बोले कि मैं बाबा को देखना चाहता हूँ. तो ठीक है, कितना पैसा होता? 11 रुपये. औरंगाबाद से फिर आगे और करीब 30 रुपये तो होते थे. तो मैं बोला 30 रुपये आपके लिए.
Janice?
Yes, uncle. I think he has internet issue. We'll wait one.
ये पावर गया है.
आप बोलते रहिए, पिक्चर आ जाएगा, कोई बात नहीं.
अच्छा ठीक है
जी.
तो वो ठीक है, जान दीजिए वो सब बातें. तो वो चले गए बाबा के पास. बाबा के पास गए. उन्होंने अपनी घड़ी बेच के चले गए. उनका एक घड़ी था, तो फेवर लुबा वॉच वो बेच के चले गए. तो फिर जाके आने के बाद अब मुझे दिल में हो रही थी कि मुझे भी बाबा के पास जाने का है. तो मैं तो अनएम्प्लॉयड था, पढ़ रहा था. फिर मुझे पैसे कौन देगा? और हालांकि पैसे मेरे पास थे मगर मैं आई कैन नॉट यूज़. तो फिर एक हमारे दोस्त में 100 रुपये दिए उस ज़माने में. 1 साल के बाद फिर वही 30 जून को मैं गया. मैं 30 जून को गया और गुरु प्रसाद के सामने खड़ा हो गया. मैं हमारे भाई साहब जब गए थे तब एरेज जस्सा वाला है, और एरेज जस्सा वाला इज़ ए वेरी काइंड मैन. So he took pity on my brother, and it was his good wishes or whatever it is. My brother had darshan, Baba's darshan. But I was unfortunate, and Nana Kher came out, and he said, "Why do you come?" तो मैं बोला बाबा के दर्शन के वास्ते. तो बाबा के दर्शन नहीं हो सकता आपको बोले. तो मैं बहुत देर खड़ा रहा. फिर वो ही हैज़ रिफ्यूज्ड, एंड आई वाज सैड एंड डाउन. आई वाज यंग बॉय. आई वाज ऑलमोस्ट इनटू माय टीयर्स. सो ही टुक पिटी ऑन मी एंड ही टुक मी इनटू बाबास मंडली हॉल, जो राइट साइड पे होता था बाबा के गुरु प्रसाद हॉल में. तो ये कमरे में मैं हूँ, बीच में हॉल है और उस तरफ बाबा है. सो वेरी नियर, वेरी वेरी नियर. बट तो मैं सोफा के पास जाके बाबा के पैरों पे गिर के रोया. आज भी मुझे बहुत दर्द होता है. तो उतना करीब जाके, कई करोड़ जन्म में एक बार भगवान आता है धरती पे, उससे मुलाकात होती है किस्मत वालों को. और मैं ऐसा था कि वहाँ तक जाके भी बाबा के दर्शन नहीं लिए. फिर चला गया मैं. तो ठीक है, अब ओके, ही रिफ्यूज दर्शन. बट 1967 अक्टूबर में बाबा ने सर्कुलर इशू किया कि अप्रैल में जून में बाबा दर्शन देंगे गुरु प्रसाद में. तो हम पूरी तैयारी कर रहे थे. तैयारी मीन्स हर एक के पास जितने भी पहचान के लोग हैं सबके पास जाके बोलना कि भगवान धरती पे आया, जिसे आप राम बोलते हैं, कृष्ण बोलते हैं, वो हमारे बीच है. अब ये मौका गंवाना नहीं। तो ऐसा होता था कि लोग दे वुड यूज देयर कंसर्ट, तो हम सबसे करीब 15 रुपए लेके बस, वी वांटेड टू हैव ए बस, 4 buses वी हैड एक्चुअली। सो 4 buses में लोगों को उनके टिकट्स रिजर्व करके उनके नाम अकाउंट सब वो हमारे बैंक में पैसा जमा करके हम वी आर वेटिंग फॉर बाबा's दर्शन। So time felt like anything. It was so speed. October, November, December and January. January 31st भी गुजर गया और 1st February को somebody brought the news that Baba is dead. So that was shock for me, because the last hope of seeing him is now gone. And what is there to do now? लाइफ में जिंदा रह के क्या करने का है, और क्या जी के भी क्या करेंगे उनके बगैर। बहुत बहुत दुख हुआ। अब मैं तो बच्चा था, फिर हमारी मूर्ति साहब, फिर बाकी लोग देर वर देर। I was young, of course, but so about 50 people we gathered, and on the 1st February night, we took a train to Aurangabad, and from Aurangabad to Mehrabad. There were 50 people. My whole family was there. We were 4 brothers. Oh no, sorry, 5, including my cousin 5, my sisters-in-law, and my brother's children, and our servant maid's boy also. He said he was very friendly with me. He was I was 22 years or something like that. That fellow was 13, 14 years. He would say, I will come. So I took him also with me. So we all went to Mehrabad. We got down at Ahmednagar bus stand, and I don't know, some people they came, don't be sad, Baba is going to get up from the crypt and he will give darshan. And so you know, we are in madness, we don't understand what is the possibility. मगर वो एक दिल को ऐसा लगा कि शायद बाबा ऐसा करेंगे. So we went there around 3 o'clock, 2nd February, 3 o'clock or 2:33, that was the time. And you know, Samadhi is totally different now. At that time it was only Samadhi was there. And there was some bamboo barricade was there, just opposite to Baba's threshold. So we all stood in the queue. My elder sister was there. We used to, as young children, I would propose to her every day in the night that for tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock we'll get up and leave the house and go to Himalayas. So she was with me. So we came to Himalayas, but this was different Himalaya. So for the first time, we were passing through. So Baba was so beautiful. I thought that it is something like setting sun, so brilliant, so beautiful, so sweet, so mild. It was mild, beautiful. Like it was effulgence, you know. So I was weeping all throughout the journey. For 3 days I was weeping. But in that state of mind also, I saw that Baba was so beautiful. I have never found a man like him. And his nose, his face was a man who was very tired with sort lot of what you call जिंदगी का जो आदमी के ऊपर जो टायरसमनेस होती है एज के साथ, जो फेडअप हो जाते हैं, बोल बोल के थक जाते हैं, वैसी थकावट उनके चेहरे पे थी. But he was so beautiful. And my sister, she asked me क्या उनके चेहरे को रंग लगाया क्या, ऐसा पूछ रही थी।
Oh.
इट वॉज सच ए ब्यूटीफुल। तो हम तो अब वहाँ क्या है, मेहराबाद में उन दिनों में ये लोअर मेहराबाद में वो अभी जहाँ हॉस्टल मराठी लोगों का टेंट होता है, ई
हाँ,
टेंट।
हाँ,
तो वहाँ नल थे थोड़े बनाए से। तो वहाँ आके हाथ पाँव धो लेना। फिर वो झोपड़ी है ना, झोपड़ी के वो बरामदे में हम 60-70 लोग वहाँ सो जाते थे। रात में 8-9 बजे तक पेट्रोमैक्स लाइट था उस ज़माने में बाबा के पास। देयर वाज नो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं था, एटलीस्ट 2 दिन तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी नहीं था। तो फिर शायद वो विजयवाड़ा वाले फिर वो कुछ अरेंजमेंट किए, थर्ड डे आई सपोज। तो पहले 2 दिन तो नहीं था।
हम्म,
तो हम तो खाने को तो वहाँ जो भी बोले तो छुड़वा कुछ भी चाय सेव वगैरह खा के ऊपर जाके रहते थे। रात के 2-3 बजे तक वहीं बैठते थे बाबा के सामने। एक वो क्या हम गन्नेर का झाड़ बोलते, गन्नेर क्या आप क्या बोलते पता नहीं। तो वो था बाबा के समाधि के सामने। तो वहाँ उसको लग के हम सामने जाके बैठते थे और रात भर देखते थे। फिर हम गाने गाते थे, वी यूज्ड टू सिंग भजन्स एट दैट टाइम। सो फिर जाके अब देर रात को जाके 2-3 बजे जाके सो जाते थे। फिर जल्दी सवेरे फिर भाग के आते थे। तो ऐसा अब वो जो भी मिलता था वो ऐसा लगता था कि वो हम स्वर्ग में हैं। कोई चिंता नहीं, दुनिया की कोई चिंता नहीं, कोई परवाह नहीं। मेरी नौकरी प्राइवेट बैंक में थी, कैनरा बैंक लिमिटेड। तो उस ज़माने में कोई छुट्टियाँ लगाता है तो उसकी नौकरी ख़त्म। तो ऐसा था वो प्राइवेट बैंक। तो मैं सब भूल गया। मैं वहाँ जाने के बाद फॉरगॉट एवरीथिंग। जाके वहाँ रह गया। तो फिर मेरे भाई साहब 2-3 दिन के बाद बोले, अरे तेरा बैंक की नौकरी है, जानती है क्या? तो मैं बोला भाड़ में जाने दो, अब नौकरी गई तो परवाह नहीं मुझे। कुछ भी करेंगे, नहीं वैसा नहीं। फिर टेलीग्राम दिए हम वहाँ से, मैं और हमारे भाई साहब नगर जाके टेलीग्राम दिए। तो और क्या होता, लोग जैसे जैसे लोग आते थे, जैसे कि फॉरेन से लोग आए थे उस 2-3 तीसरे दिन शायद तो डॉन स्टीवेंस वो कैमरा लेके आए थे। तो वो पूरा कैमरा से ही वाज शूटिंग। सो कैमरा हमको पहली बार देखी, हम वो बोले तो वीडियो कैमरा, वो मुझे पता नहीं। सो ही यूज्ड टू spend some time with us. Particularly, I used to have some. Then there were other foreigners also. Um, uh, Rick Chapman was there, and then Rick Chapman I recognized him because he had लंबा मूछ था उनका। तो बाबा बोलते थे मूछे वाला, क्योंकि उनका एक नगर नहीं, अहमदाबाद में उनका कोई जॉब था। तो बाबा को देखने के लिए आए, मेहराजार को आए। तो बाबा के साथ बिल्कुल थोड़ा ही समय था, मगर it took I mean it went for quite some time. तो बाबा बोले, God proposes, man disposes. That touched my heart because it is always God who proposes and we always dispose, we neglect that. तो वैसा तो फ्रांसिस ब्रावजान, Raj Jassawala and Adi Kirani, Padri, all these people were there. And Francis Bravajan was से वो अपना अभी बाबा का जो कैबिन है उसके सामने सो जाते थे नीचे। तो ऐसा उनका था। अब 4th के दिन, यानी आई रिमेंबर इट मस्ट बी 4th February. सो जॉल, नो नॉट जॉल, आई डोंट नो हु वाज दैट। तो वो बोले कि आप निज़ामाबाद ग्रुप, आप अंदर क्रिप्ट में जाके बाबा के दर्शन कर सकते हैं। तो हमारा कितना सौभाग्य था शायद इन्हें वो मैं ज़्यादा तो गॉड स्पीक्स बारे में उसके बारे में कुछ नहीं बोल सकूँगा। एक तो बात है कि हम भगवान से जुदा हो के एज इंडिविजुअल सोल्स वी कम आउट एंड वी सफ़र इन्फिनिट एगोनी टू सी हिम एंड दिस वाज द ग्रेटेस्ट अपॉर्चुनिटी। भगवान जो मानव शरीर धारण करके आया है और वो अपना शरीर छोड़ दिया है, तो भी इतना दयालु था कि वो he allowed us to go into the crypt and place our heads on his feet. I even today I feel his, delicate fingers. I touched his 2 toes, pressed them, and I get my head. And likewise, all my family members and my brother's son was there. He was just 2 years old, a very small boy. He's now grown up. He's around 60 years now, not 60 years, some 57 or whatever it is. So even that boy, he was 2 साल के बच्चे को क्या मन होता है, मगर वो बाबा के पैरों पे सर रखा और कई महीनों तक बोलता था कि कू गाड़ी बाबा निन्नी, कू गाड़ी बाबा निन्नी। क्या उसका मतलब था कि वो हम ट्रेन में गए थे, बाबा सो रहे थे, तो बाबा के दर्शन किए, वो ऐसा बोलता था। फॉर नियरली 1 year ही उसको बातें नहीं आते थे, मगर ये बात तो ज़रूर बोलता था कि कू गाड़ी बाबा निन्नी बाबा, ऐसा बोलता था। तो आप श्याम जी, हमें लोगों को कुछ अजीब लगता होगा, मगर ये बात सच है कि भगवान से मिलना 700 साल को तो आते हैं, बाबा बोलते हैं इट शुड बी लाइक दैट। बट समझिए एक छोटा सर्कल है, एक बड़ा सर्कल है, एक बड़े सरकमफ्रेंस के ऊपर रहता है और ये छोटा सर्कल के ऊपर बाबा रहते हैं। तो ये दोनों पॉइंट एक जगह मिलना बहुत कठिन है, बहुत कठिन है। अभी ज़िंदगी के आखिरी लम्हे चल रहे हैं, अब तो उनसे मुलाकात हो ही नहीं सकता और आगे का कोई होप भी नहीं। अगर भगवान फिर भी आ गए तो मेहर बाबा तो नहीं होंगे, तो ऐसा दिल को लगता। मेहर बाबा जैसा स्वीट, सच ए ब्यूटीफुल थिंग विल नेवर हैपन इन लाइफ। And this is the third tragedy. That is, first when I remembered Ram when dying, and second is when I went to Guru Prasad, I had no darshan. But his refusal was his what you call the benediction. He was so benevolent that I सोते जागते हरदम उसकी याद आती है। तो इससे क्या चाहिए हमको? दुनिया में दौलत, सुख, विख, ये सब दे हैव नो मीनिंग, दे आर जस्ट लाइफलेस। और हाँ, तो मैं तो 2 तारीख को आए हम, फिर 7 तारीख, देखिए दिस इज वंडरफुल थिंग। 7 तारीख 7th, दैट वाज द डे व्हेन बाबा वाज टू बी इंटर्न। तो 2 रोज़ पहले से ही हमको बोलते थे कि अब 7 तारीख को फिर ख़त्म हो जाएगा। तो हमने of course I was very selfish. I did not want to go back to my place, but my elder brother, who is next to me, he was third. So that man, he came back to Nizamabad to send some people. So they asked me. I said, no, I will not go. I will not go. I will never go. I will. I think as long Baba is there, I am here. I was very selfish. But my brother, he came back here and sent some close relatives to have Baba's darshan. I don't know, it is a sin or whatever it is. I feel very sad about that. but that is तो 7 फरवरी को सवेरे 8 बजे से तो 6 तारीख को शायद शाम में हमारे निज़ामाबाद ग्रुप को बोले कि वी रिक्वायर सम volunteers. So we were very eager and we said we are going to do. So my brother, me, myself, and there were some young people, they were there, all there. And even our R.S. Murthy was the oldest one. He must have been 58 years or something like that, whatever it is. So he was there. So they gave volunteership duties to us. And 7th फरवरी को 8 बजे से मुझे और मेरे बड़े भाई नारायण राव जो हमारे हेड थे, हम दोनों को बाबा की समाधि के इस दरवाजे के एक और मैं, एक और मेरे भाई साहब. आई वॉज ऑन द राइट साइड एंड माई ब्रदर वॉज लेफ्ट. एंड फ्रॉम 8 till 12:15 when they brought the box, they removed ice blocks. You will see all those things in the movies. The other day they were also showing that. And so we were there. We were watching him when finally they closed the doors. First about, I don't know, must be 11 o'clock or something that at that time. Mehra, Mani, go ahead, this women medley, they came in, they closed the doors. And they went, perhaps, we see in the movies, they go down and Mehra bows to Baba, and she was very personification of sorrow. And Mani was there, everybody was there. And what is there? No, actually there is nothing, because in few hours he's going to, we will never see him. So philosophy won't work, because Baba's body was so dear to us. खुदा क्या होता है खुदा को मालूम. हम तो मेहर बाबा को जानते हैं. मेहर बाबा के अलावा कुछ नहीं दुनिया में. So meanwhile what happens, we were there. करीब 11 बजे वो लोग आए, फिर बाबा के दर्शन लिए चले गए. फिर बाद में 12 बजने को आए थे. तो people started, it was हलचल, डब्बा ला रहे थे वो सब. It was very sad, everything that moved there, it always it was squeezing our heart, because now it is time, now we are going to miss him forever. And finally they closed the Ramakrishnan was there and so many others were there. They were all bringing ice blocks. So we would touch those ice blocks because we were very near. We were privileged to be at the threshold. So we touched that because they have touched Baba. And then, so meanwhile what happens, this Murthy, who is our secretary, he was given a duty of collecting trash at the railway track. See, we were novices. He was the man who has given Meher Baba to so many thousands of people, and he was given the duty of collecting trash like a young man, bending and collecting everything and putting it in a box. He was there at the railway track, and the time was fast approaching. 12 बजने को है. तो होता है, हमको मालूम नहीं है कौन कहाँ है, हम तो जानते नहीं थे. मैं इतने कोई भी नहीं जानता था कौन क्या है किसके बारे में कुछ नहीं जानते थे. हम 50-60 लोग थे, हम तो उसी में, तो दूसरे के बारे में कोई खबर नहीं थी. मगर हमको बाद में पता चला कि he was given that duty. So and he was doing it with such a डूब के काम कर रहे थे कि वो जीवन मरण का समस्या है. So that was very important to him and he was engrossed in that fully. So it was around 12 o'clock. Now, within minutes, they will close the doors and all that. So this T.S. Kutumba Shastri, he was chairman of Meher Baba Trust. For some reason, on some errand, he went to Nagar. He was returning and he notices this man. Oh, what is this Murti? You are here. Don't you know now the time is going to be? So he said, I don't know. So that man, he literally dragged him to Baba's Samadhi. And just वो सिनेमा में बताते ना ऐसा क्लोज करने से पहले वो बाबा का दर्शन किए. बाबा के दर्शन करने के बाद उनकी बीवी थी अरनगांव सैनिटोरियम में, तो टीबी हुआ था उनको, तो वहाँ से वो भी आए. एंड वन मोर थिंग वाज ऑन दैट डे मोहम्मद मस्त वाज ब्रॉट देयर. मोहम्मद मस्त ऐसा अंदर गया, पूरे 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 नको नको पूरे 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 नको 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 बोल के वापस आए. दैट वाज वन टचिंग सीन. एंड देन दिस मैन, and so it was closed. Just as the doors were closed, just as it was all finished, when they opened doors, my father and one lady Kamalamma, whom my brother has come back and sent, my father Kamalamma and another boy Jogipet Venkateshwarlu, he's the sole man in a village. He carries out Baba's work. He was a young boy. He was 16 years. So those three people came and they saw that Baba is interred and they wept. That scene always haunts me now today. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. No, we can't say for unfortunate, but they missed that last. So what happened? Everything was over. It was 1 o'clock. People had darshan. Balagopala Bhaskar Raju also had come on that day. You must have heard his name, Balagopala Bhaskar Raju. He's a very ardent Baba lover of Baba. He did wonderful work in Andhra, and he used to sing Baba's name, Burra Katha. They say Burra Katha, Jaisa Hari Katha bolte hai na. So aisa, he used to go from village to village and perform. So that man also came that day, and he was very dear to Baba. Baba liked him, his songs, and he wept bitterly. And Pukar was there because he lost his balance, and he became violent, and he was finding stones and he wanted to put them, and so some people, maybe Bharucha and others, they pacified him on that day. So whatever it is, it was all over, and by 2:30 everybody left, but I remained there. There was earth outside the samadhi, so I was lean and weak. I was not, never I was very strong any time, but at that time I was particularly weak. But I filled in a gamela earth, तो उसको सर पे ले जाके बाबा के ऊपर डाला और डराते डराते स्लिप होके मैं इसके ऊपर गिर गया. I slipped and fell on Baba's, Baba was in this, in the earth.
पानी पी लीजिए आप, थोड़ा सा पानी.
ठीक है, अभी पानी पी के हो जाएगा. तो so it was about 3 o'clock. The entire area was, there was none. I was alone there for some time, and we stayed there that night, and we left Mehrabad on the 8th February. So joy of meeting God in human form, perhaps for the first time in millions of years, and the sadness of losing him forever. Forever it hunts, always it hunts. But Baba does not want us to lament on that. He wants us to lead a life which will make him happy. So, तो वो है ना जो खुशी देने वाले थे, तो वो चाहते हैं कि हम हमेशा उनकी खुशी के खातिर we must live such a life that it will please him, and in some way it will become a what you call a starting point or something like that, a beginning of new humanity, of which Baba has said that there will be a new humanity will emerge, emergence of new humanity, and that will bring the whole world happiness. So ये सब फिलॉसफी की बातें हैं. हम तो ये हमेशा these three tragedies they hunt me always. In spite of all the knowledge, I feel very sad. But one thing is मैंने इससे पहले एक बार, I don't know whether I shared with you or not, must be, I don't remember all that. तो मैं नौकरी पे गुंटूर में था, फिर उसके बाद में निज़ामाबाद वापस आया. तो उस बीच में वो हमारे मुझ साहब स्कूल चलाते थे. He was a development officer in LIC of India, and then he was retired, and he had no house and all that. He had to, for survival, he has to do something. So he started a school, small school. तो उनके घर में जो अभी भी सेंटर के पीछे रहता है, तो वहाँ एक बोर्ड था, और बोर्ड के ऊपर द गेम बोल के लिखा है. व्हाट इज द गेम? टू पेनेट्रेट इनटू द सेंस ऑफ ऑल बीइंग एंड सिग्निफिकेंस, and to release the fragrance of that inner attainment for the benefit and guidance of others. How? By expressing in the world of forms truth, love, purity, beauty. This is the sole game that has intrinsic and absolute worth. All other happenings, attainments, and undertakings can in themselves have no lasting importance. So, एक बार पढ़ा, सिर्फ मैं वो एक बार पढ़ा, तो ऐसा आ गया कि हाँ, हमें क्या करने का है. To be truthful, to be loving, to be pure at heart. Of course, that is not possible. However much we try, we cannot be pure. Of course, to some extent we can be truthful. कोशिश कर सकते हैं. To be truthful, to be loving, that is also very difficult, but we try, we keep trying. And the other thing is purity, that is in his hands. Our minds are polluted. For millions of years it has been a dump yard of all the all the kachra, badbu, and what else? Beauty. Unless these three are accomplished, there cannot be beauty. He was beauty. He was the beautiful person that he remains. He made an abode in our hearts, and he still, out of his infinite compassion, not that we are somebody very special or something like that, but people like me, very mundane and very ordinary stuff, very so far. तो इसी से हम बोल सकते हैं कि खुदा का भगवान ऐसा दयालु होता है कि जैसे मेरे जैसे आदमी को भी वो अपना लेते हैं, तो वही खुदा हो सकता है. तो दैट इज मेहर बाबा. सो आई थिंक आई हैव टेकन लॉट ऑफ टाइम.
But you have taken it very beautifully. That much is for sure. आज जो ने हम सभी को इमोशनल कर दिया, because the topic is such, and his God is such.
Yeah, he is such, not.
हाँ वो
Yeah.
के प्रेम में हमको दीवाना कर देते हैं, दीवाना। Anybody wants to ask any questions? किसी से कुछ पूछना है?
ये साउंड को पेद्ద जीरा
सब लोग चुप हो आज, सब लोग चुप हो गए। जनार्दन साहब, आपने क्या जादू किया, सब लोग चुप हो गए।
मैं क्या जादू कर सकता हूँ साहब, मैं खुद मैं भटका हुआ हूँ।
That is why you and I get along so well, because हम लोग दोनों same category के। और कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे आप? Do you want to say anything?
मैंने तो बोल चुका हूँ मैं।
बस
But I am one thing I want to tell
जी।
that I feel so happy, very very happy to be with you people, with Shyam Patel,
Sir.
Janice and Ram,
सर
everybody.
ये तो एक्चुअली इट इज, जितना आपको खुशहाली होता है उससे डबल ट्रिपल 50 टाइम्स मोर हमको होता है,
There is
because that this technology has brought you from Nizamabad to Mumbai straight.
yeah. Oh, good. That's good.
Yes. And what I'm really waiting for is someday we meet in Mehrabad,
Yeah.
have a good embrace
Oh God, thank you.
near the Samadhi, if possible, so that वो भी देखे कि ये दो पागल लोग वापस आ
Inshallah.
Inshallah is right. Inshallah is right.
Right, Jai Baba.
And one more request, sir, कि
Yeah.
जब भी आपको दिल में आए, whenever you feel कि you want to talk on a Thursday, you don't need an invitation for sure.
I never feel like that. I never feel
हाँ,
like that.
तो बस खाली घुस जाने का, जाने का। I want to say something and that's it.
No,
गाड़ी
that's-
चालू फिर, okay?
Right. So thank you everybody, and Jimmy Khanji, especially I'm happy to see you face to face. Of course, I have seen you several times.
Just because he is little gora than me, तो उसका happy to see, और हम काला आदमी को आप not happy।
अरे भाई,
अरे
मैं
जाने दो, अभी जाने दो।
मैं तो खुद काला हूँ भाई।
काले हैं तो क्या हुआ, दिल वाले हैं।
अच्छा, जय बाबा।
जय मेहर बाबा। Thank you very much, Baba, for taking us so close to you, so close to you, because ये जो आपने बोला ना अभी, और especially when you said that you went down in the crypt and you touched his toes, and the most beautiful thing, I don't know, Janardhan Sahab, if you have realized that by you falling down with that gamela,
Yeah.
that was his way of giving you that last embrace.
Yeah, true. It should be. It should be true. So I have not realized this. Thank you very much for this.
This is what I feel. Ki Baba has his own ways of doing things, and although he was 6 feet underground, he gave you that opportunity to embrace it. And not many people have had that chance either. So just be happy and stay healthy and happy in his love.
Yeah.
उनके प्रेम में बस, like you said, दुनिया में और कुछ नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है बस। बट वो नहीं होने के बावजूद हम लोग उसी के पीछे भागते रहते हैं।
ये तो अपनी, it is our fortune, great fortune.
Yes.
Great, it is our great fortune. we are very proud that he allows us to be with him.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, sir. Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jimmy Khan, before you start, Jenny has to make a small announcement if you don't mind, sir. Jenny?
Yes, Uncle.
Janice?
Yes. So, just a small announcement about Baba's birthday celebrations, the 128th birth anniversary, which is coming up on 25th of February. So, as a part of the virtual program this year, also we'll be having it virtually. We have invited participation from across the globe for participants to send in their entries in a form of song, a dance, either instrumental performance or write a skit or a poem, whatever way you want to please the Lord in, with whatever your creativity you can please the Lord with, and do participate one and all and send in your entries to victoryuntothee@gmail.com. I will share the details on the chat box for you to go through it, and there are certain guidelines to be followed while recording the video presentation. So please send in your entries by the 15th of February. And any queries you have, then you can message or contact us, please. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Uncle Ji, for the sharing. Thank
I would like to request one and all to participate in this event, because it's time we return back something to him for all that he has given us in whichever form that we can, just to please him and entertain him. And that would please him. It would make him very happy. Or when you make him happy, so that is the ultimate thing in the world. उससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं चाहिए. जय बाबा. जिमी खान, आ जाओ मैदान में कुश्ती लड़ने को. जय बाबा जिमी.
What I'm going to talk to you today is opposite of what Janardhan said. Janardhan's talk was full of pathos, full of pain and anguish. Whereas what I'm
Sorry, Jimmy, I think you have to speak up a little bit.
What I'm going to talk is about happiness, merriment, joviality, etc., etc. When Baba was in his 20s and 30s and 40s, be it in Mumbai, be it at Sakor, wherever he was, they played outdoor games because the boys with him, by boys I mean the men monthly, they were also in their 20s and 30s as Baba was. I'm talking about the age. So all young men need to use their energies, and Baba knew that. So they would play outdoor games like seven tiles and Atya Patya and cricket and what have you. But when I met Baba, that was in the 60s. And in those days, Baba was in his mid 60s. The Mandli were in their mid 60s. So the days of playing games outdoor was far over. So they had to settle down with the indoor game. Now, there was a draft game, a kind of a chessboard game called the drafts, which Baba himself did not play, but two of his mandli would play, and Baba would be seated and he would watch and he would take interest. The others would be circling around, either sitting or standing. So they would entertain themselves with that game, their sport. The other was la risque. These are two French words, la, la, risque, which translates into the risk, the risk. Now, what is the risk element? We'll come to that. So this is how it would go. We are seated in the Manley room at Guru Prasad. Now, this Manley room was small enough to sit maybe 20, 25 people, that's all. And on Baba's right sat the women, on Baba's left sat the men. And some preliminary small talks would go on for a while. And then afterwards, Baba would tell the women who were gathered there, maybe 10, 15 of them, to go over and be with the women monthly. That was on the opposite side. So all the ladies would get up and they would go over to the women monthly side and entertain the women monthly, etc. So we are only men, boys and men. We are only boys and men in the monthly room. And we would immediately know that we are going to play cards. So Baba would do like this, means get the deck out. So one of the monthly would take out the deck of cards, and we would sit in kind of a circle on the carpet, whether you call it horseshoe or you call it kind of a circle or whatever it is. But Baba would be seated in his chair, but we would all sit on the carpet making a circle. Now you did, and only men, of course, only men. And there should be even number. Why even number? And if there was an odd number, let's say 23, to give you an example. If you have 23 of us, one of the monthly would step back. He would go and sit at the ball. So we are even number now, 22. Now, there are two teams. Now, how about two teams formed? From Baba onwards, every alternate person is, let's say, team A. And every alternate person is team B. So you have team A and team B. Sam, is there an echo or am I okay?
No, you're perfect. No problem.
Am I too loud?
No, that's okay.
Just one second. Sorry. So we have team A and team B. And now you got to imagine in your mind's eye that when a card game is played, all the cards are thrown on the carpet. When we sit at home and play cards, cards are on the table. So it's easy to pick them up, easy to settle them. But if you're throwing cards on the carpet, they are at the floor level. So you need a couple of young men to be on their fours and to go on their fours on the carpet and pick up the cards, straighten them up, shuffle them, etc. So you did two young men. So if Sohrab and Rustam were there, Sohrab and Rustam would do it because they were of my age. They were also kind of teenagers or in the early 20s. If Sohrab and Rustam were not there, myself and Merwan Mistry, two of us, we were also very young. So we would do that job. So these two boys have to sit on the right and left of Meher Baba. So I would sit on the right of Meher Baba, Merwan would sit on the left of Baba. And I would be so close to Baba that I could have very easily touched Baba's sadra. I could have touched his feet. I never took license, but just to give you an idea as to how close I would be with Baba. My knee would be touching Baba's sofa, that close. So this is how we would sit, and Baba would say, okay, start. So Merwan and I get up, we take this deck of cards, and one of the jokers is removed. I repeat, one of the jokers is removed. So in the deck, there is only one joker. Then you have to shuffle the cards. I would shuffle the cards, give half the deck to Merwan, half I keep. Of course, first we have to give cards to Baba. So either I give cards to Baba or Merwan gives. It doesn't make it. And then suppose I give cards to Baba, then I would start from left onwards to give to the others. And Merwan would give from the right onwards. And let's say we would give 3 cards each to everyone. So once I gave cards to Baba, in the meantime, Merwan started giving the cards. So I gave cards to Baba and I paused. And Baba looked at the cards. I hope I'm visible.
Yeah.
Baba looked at the cards. He made a very kind of a small face, dirty face. And he showed me the cards. He showed me the cards. They were very small cards, you know. So he just took these cards and threw them on the carpet. The moment he was disappointed with me, to put it very mildly, he was very disappointed with me for giving some nonsense cards. So the moment Baba threw the cards on the carpet, naturally the others who had got some of them, they also threw all the cards on the carpet. And I distinctly remember Nariman Dadachanji. I'm in my early 20s, he's in his early 60s. So they were, those top of the line Babalas or top guns. So Nariman roars, Jivi, is this how you give cards to Baba? Is this how you have to give cards to Baba? Do some better job. Yeah, but before that, when Baba showed me his cards, he did this sign, meaning, have you taken your bath today? I said, yes, Baba, I've had my bath today. So this is how you give me cards, that kind of thing.
20 cards.
Yeah, so everybody laughs and Nariman says, give better cards. So myself and Mirvan, we are on our fours again, whatever cards were thrown on. Everybody had thrown the card, whoever. So we pick up the cards, we straighten them up, and I was better at shuffling the cards. So I'm shuffling the cards. So someone said, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Yeah, I said, yes, I'm shuffling. So I'm shuffling the cards. I gave half the deck to Mirwan. I took half the cards and I gave 3 cards to Baba. And I stood there naturally to see his reaction. So Baba looks at the cards and says, means move on. Will do, kind of, move on. So I move on, we give cards to Baba, we sit down. So this is the setup. Now, you have to declare, you means anyone, whoever is seated, you have to declare a trump. Hokam, in our Parsi Gujarati, we call it hokam. You have to declare a hokam. So you have to look at your cards and you have to decide whether you can make 3 hands or you can make 3 hands. And you're not sure whether you will make 3 hands. I'm giving an example. Suppose you say 2 hands. Then obviously there can be someone who can make 3 hands. So Baba says, anyone else? So suppose someone says, Baba, I'll make 3 hands. So he is the winner in the sense he says he's going to make higher. That means all the 3 cards, his team will win. In other words, all the suits will be won by his team. Now I'm coming to the cheating part. The cheating is that you want to know if some of your team members have, let's say I have good diamonds. Let's give you an example. I've got Jack and Queen and Ace. Let me say I've got Queen and Ace of diamonds. I want to know who's got the heart. The king. I'm interested. Then we can plan whether we can go for 3 or not. So someone who's in my team, I'm talking about diamond, right? So the sign for diamond was this. This was the sign for diamond. For the hearts, the sign was this. Your hand on the heart. Then the club was this. This is the club. And the spade was spade, something like this. So secretly the signs would fly whether you have a good heart or not. I'm asking my team man. So I'm just giving you examples. So someone from the opposite team sees this cheating going on because I want to know whether someone has got good king. So he complains to Baba. Baba, I saw this guy, he did like this. Baba, I saw him did like this. And Baba, not knowing, he turns his face and he has a smoke on his face. So this kind of cheating would go on. There is joy all over. There is happiness all over. People are in good spirits, good mood. So this kind of easy atmosphere is going around. Now once I was sitting on Baba's right and Baba's asking who's got joker. Now I am sitting on his right. I said, Baba, I got joker. The moment I said, Baba, I got joker, Baba said, give it to me. So I get up, I come in front of him and I give my joker to him and he gives me some 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. So I take that small card and I sit down. Now remember, Baba has got joker. The next highest card is ace of spade. At least in India, it is ace of spade is the second highest card. So Baba asks, who's got ace of spade? So someone said, Baba, I got ace of spade. Baba, I'm in your team. Baba, I'm in your team. I got ace of spade. So two guys in the same team have got two highest cards, Joker and ace of spade. The moment Baba heard that, he threw the cards on the carpet. Why waste time? Why waste time? What is the need to play the game when you have already won the game? So he threw the cards on the carpet. Mirvan and I, again on our fours, we were gathering cards again, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So this way Baba cheated. He took the joker from me and his team won. So that's another thing. Yeah. Now there is a winner. Let's go to the game first. Let's say a trump is declared finally, and the trump is, let's say, spade. Trump is the spade. So you got to play the games, and the one who declares the trump, the game starts from him. He is the starting point. The game starts from him. So he can put any small number and get on with it. Now, what has been thrown is, let's say, hearts, a small number of hearts. So the others throw higher and higher and higher of hearts. But if someone doesn't have hearts, he can throw a spade. Spade is the trump. He can throw even two of spade, which is a trump, and that can kill even the ace of any other card. Because the trump is trump afterward. But someone can upstage that person, the opposite team, by throwing even a three. Three is higher than two. So that team gets the suit or the hand. So that team wins one hand. Then the second, then the third. Now, let's say the one who called out three suits, his team made only two suits, or maybe even one, or maybe nil. So that team is the loser because they said three, but they didn't make three. So now you are a loser, right? So for a loser team, for a losing team, there is to be some penalty, some penance. You have to do some penance. So what is the penance? What is that? So the winning team is all highly spirited. They are all charged. And they shout, Giso, Giso, Giso. Giso means in Hindi and Gujarati, Giso means to rub, to rub. So what we have to do, the losing team has to do is, we are seated with our cross-legged, right? So all we have to do is lunge forward, put our nose on the carpet and rub our nose on the carpet. So that is what is Giso is. So the winning team is all shouting and they are goga, ho-ha about it. And Baba is in good jolly mood. So the losing team is rubbing their nose. We must have looked very cartoonish. But anyway, it's a game. It's fun time. So we are rubbing our nose and this goes on till the session is over. Now, there was one elderly gentleman. He was Navroji. Navroji Dadachandji, who was Mirwan's mother's father, grandfather from mother's side. I mean, Mother Rhoda Mistri's father, who was Navroji Dadachandji. So once as they were walking out of Guru Prasad, this young Mirwan, he was younger than me, so he was hardly 16, 17. So he's telling Navroji, his grandpa, that grandpa, I always see you sitting in B team because B team would invariably lose. I also sat in B team mostly. So he said, grandpa, I always see you sitting in the losing team and I always see you rubbing your nose. Why don't you sit in A team? So this grandpa, now comes the touching point. This innocence of a teenager versus the experience of a spiritual man. So the grandpa tells the grandson that, son, I'm not a loser. That I'm not a loser, I'm a winner. This is what he said. Now, what is the essence of rubbing your nose? Why was Navroji a winner? Why were the members of B team invariably won in spite of losing? Because they rubbed their noses. Now, what is this rubbing of noses? This rubbing of noses is rubbing your sanskaras. You rub your negative sanskaras two ways. I call it negate. You negate your sanskaras, evil sanskaras, negative sanskaras, two ways. You have to do good deeds to balance the bad deeds, not so good deeds. So you have to do that many good deeds in the outside world. The second way to do it is to take the punishment on yourself. You go outside in the world and you take the punishment, the beatings that you get in life. That is how you negate your negative samskara. And those getting a beating in the life outside is quite tormenting. You are going to suffer a lot to negate your negative sanskaras. Finally, you have to balance your sanskaras, the good and the not so good sanskaras. But here, in front of Jesus Christ, living Krishna, living Ram, when the atmosphere is happy atmosphere, everybody is laughing and giggling, and you're very innocently rubbing your nose and thereby rubbing your negative sanskaras.
At his feet.
It is absolutely at his feet. How else on earth can you ever do it happily? You can never do it happily otherwise. So this is how we negated quite a lot of our negative sanskaras of past lives this way, laughing and giggling and enjoying in beloved Baba's company. So this is what we did. So this is what is negating your sanskaras. But having done this, we also helped Baba. Now, how did we help Baba? The point is, when you play a game, mostly a card game, when you play a game, what happens is that all your mental faculties outside are dead, in the sense that you are focusing, you are concentrating all your minds or your hearts only on the card game. If you play the card game whole morning till evening, you will not get a single thought which is outside the game. Not a single thought. What happens outside the world, all your torments, all your burdens, you don't think of those. You are just enjoying the card game. So the same thing happens. What happens therefore is that all your energies are focused in the center. Baba is using this focused energy to do his work. I repeat, Baba is doing our focused energy to do his work. Directly or indirectly, we helped him to do his work. So we benefited. Whether we rubbed our noses or we didn't rub our nose, the very fact that we helped him, we benefited spiritually. Now let's go one step higher. One step higher is Baba at times would go to the Nagar Saros theater, which was a small theater. Hardly 150, 200 people could sit. It was a small town theater. Now, sometimes Baba would go into that theater himself with his man Mandli. And there he is using the focused energy of 150 people on the screen. So he takes advantage of focused energy of 100 to 150 people, and using that energy is doing his work. The moment his work is over, Baba would tap Iraj on his right or left and just tap him and say, means let's go. His work is over. He has not come here to enjoy a movie. He never saw a single movie fully. He did send Man Mandli to see movies fully. But when he went for work. When his work was over, he would tap Iraj and say, let's get up. So everyone would get up and, man, they would disturb the others, but they would get up and walk out of the theater. Baba's work is done. Let's go to the highest level. At Brabant Stadium, when I was young, the cricket test matches were played at Brabant Stadium at Bombay. There were 30,000 mad, crazy, cricket-loving crowd of Mumbai. There were 30,000 of them. Now 30,000 focused energy on the ground, on the crease. Baba used this tremendous force of energy. He did his work. The moment his work was over, he and the man monthly would get out of the stadium, and that is it. So effectively, Baba used this focus energy to do his work. This is what he did, and this is what he did at Guru Prasad as well. So we enjoyed that part. Yeah, talk to you about cheating also. One.
May
Then someone want to ask in between?
may I say something, Jimmy?
Please.
Going to see movies reminds me of apna Madhusudan Pund, the great singer. He had gone along with Baba's group, and it so happened that Madhusudan was sitting in the front seat right ahead of Baba. Baba was sitting behind him. And the movie was Harry Black and the Tiger. That was the name of the English picture. The story was that there is this tiger in the wild, and this little boy, Harry, happens to go into the forest, and his mother is going mad searching for him. And she keeps shouting, Harry, 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 Harry. And she's running around in the forest. Madhusudan was thinking, कि क्या ऐसा भी प्रेम होता है, मदर का प्रेम ऐसा भी होता है? Can a mother have so much love that she has no fear of the tiger? She's just running to catch hold of that boy. Just as he was thinking that, Baba, in his own way, he did this to his ear from the back. You know, he gave a tichki to his ear at the back. So Madhusudan turned around and Baba said, yes, this is mother's love. He told him that. Just an incident which Madhusudan had narrated. Thank you.
A side story to this. We are playing the game, and suddenly Aluba comes and he interjects and says, Baba koi milne ko aaya hai. Baba koi milne ko aaya hai. Baba says, Baba does like this. We are playing a game here. There are cards all over. There are cards, and somebody has come to meet. I mean, can you not ask him to some other time? So Aluba says, Baba, he has come through XYZ. You know, some. So Baba says, he's disappointed. You know, he's disturbed. He's disappointed. So Aluba says, Baba, jara, meet him for 5 minutes and send him off. Baba says, okay, let them in, let them come. So in the meantime, Baba tells every one of us to hide the cards. So whatever cards we had in our hands, we would put them under our bombs, and whatever cards are on the carpet, we would quickly gather them and put them aside. So this couple comes. Baba said, yes, come, sit down. Where have you come from? Who sent you? Why have you come? You know, all those small talks. What is it? What is it? Etc. Etc. So after this small talk for 5 minutes or so, Baba says, okay, now you may go. And so these people do their namaskar. Maybe they have brought a garland or whatever it is, they give to Baba the garland, or maybe some small prasad. So they give prasad to Baba. Baba said, I have accepted. And then they go. And once they go, the cards come out again and the game continues. Another incident that reminded me was when Roshan Kerawala was very small. Roshan and some other small girl and Baba would play cards, just the three of them. Merazad, Merabad, wherever it was. So now Roshan Kerawala was a very bold child, very, very bold child. I mean, she wouldn't, see, I'm talking about almost a baby, a child. So they don't have that sense of, maybe I call it respect or whatever. You know, children are innocent, so they can speak. They can speak whatever comes in their mind, heart, they will speak. So Roshan saw Baba taking out some cards from under his bottom. So immediately she said, Baba, I saw you, you're cheating. So Baba became very serious and said, me? Me, I am God. I am God. I am cheating. I'm cheating. So Roshan was very bold. She said, yes, yes, I saw you took out a card from here. You took out. You have cards underneath. So Baba said, I have cards. You're telling me that I'm cheating. So she said, yes, you raise yourself. You raise yourself. So Baba kind of raised himself, and there came out a couple of cards. See, I told you, Baba had caught you. So Baba had great fun. He laughed, and she laughed, and everybody laughed. So those small talks about playing.
There was never a dull moment with Baba. Never.
Yes, yes. So we had a good time with.
Hey, Jimmy, can I ask you a quick question?
Please, please.
So is that Roshan? Because this is the time when you were playing cards?
No, no, no.
Oh, this is much earlier.
Yeah, of course.
Separate story.
No, that's
Roshan
what I
was
thinking.
no. Must be 30 years earlier story.
Yeah.
Now, 30 years from 62, I'm saying.
Yeah, 30 years, before.
When she was a baby.
Yeah. Because when you
Yeah, of
started
course.
playing.
No. It was just a side story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
Janardhanji. You want to say something? Go ahead, sir.
I'm
Aji?
Yeah, I'm so very very happy, really very very happy. Despite all my what you call the nagging pain, I'm really very happy. I felt as if I was in Baba's presence all through. And thank you, Jimmy, for these wonderful stories. And everything with him is very beautiful. Anything, whether sadness or happy moments, anything connected with him is always very, very happy.
Yeah.
So,
One more side story. I wasn't present then. When this happened, I wasn't present. But the story goes that Saurabh and Rustam were once seated, and in between them was one Mr. Rao. One Mr. Rao. And maybe to amuse Baba for whatever reason, if his team lost, he's supposed to bend his nose and rub. So he would refuse to rub his nose. So Saurabh and Rustam were tough, stocky guys. They were pink and healthy, tough guys. So what they would do is they would grab him from his neck. What the hefty guys in their team, they would grab him from either side, and they would press his nose on the carpet, and they would rub. Stop it. Either Rao was trying to make Baba happy by doing this, or he was seriously not wanting Rob. I don't know. But that's the story that Baba loved it. He loved this pressing of Rao.
must be it's a different way of pleasing Baba.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Maybe jokingly he must be doing that. So that was one fun time with Baba. Maybe I enjoyed this maybe 3 or 4 times. Couple of times I was next to Baba, a couple of times I was in the team, whatever.
It's great.
Anybody else? Any questions? How come today nobody is asking questions? सब लोग सो गए कि क्या? What is happening?
Maybe everything was explained.
there is nothing serious to
Yeah.
have a doubt.
Yeah, sorry, Sam, one minute.
Haji.
Once when I was narrating this story in the West, someone said, one lady, she took an umbrage that why did Baba parcel out the ladies? Why is it only men played with Baba? Wherever ladies, women's sleep kind of thing, women's sleep. So the answer is that the women Mandi were left high and dry because men and women, all of us were in with Baba. So women Mandi were, as it is 9 months of the year, they are alone closeted in Merazar. So to give, they also need some company, the women in Mandi. So Baba, in that sense, sent the women seated in the room to go to women Mandi, give them company, be happy with them, give them, exchange views, exchange thought. Corset કેમ છે ને નરગિસ કેમ છે ને બોમ્બેમાં શું ચાલે, those kind of. So from that point of view, the women was sent there. So that's another.
Yeah, and he will also spend time separately with the women also,
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, that was just one of those things. Anybody else, anything? Hello. Ask your questions now or hold your peace forever. Okay. I need someone to do the aarti. Can anybody volunteer, please?
I'll sing the Aarti if you want.
You will say the aarti. Very good. Just give me 2 minutes. I would like to conclude today's session with Ishwar ki Leela, Baba's Leela. One half of the session, he took us through a very serious this thing. We all got very emotional. The second half, he opened his heart and made us laugh and forget the sadness. This is two sides of our life all the time. And like there is a saying, ke हजारों पंडित हजारों श्यामे खुदा की बातें खुदा ही जाने. So whatever has happened today is very beautiful, something which we all got to learn something. Small issues like Janardhanji falling on with that Gamela thing and getting an embrace in disguise, and Jimmy Khan playing cards and doing masti, and so life goes on, and we have to carry on our lives regardless of whatever is happening. So the choice is ours. हम अगर हंस के जिए या रो के जिए, the choice is ours. और as difficult as it sounds, Baba always wanted us to be cheerful. He never liked
Long faces.
long face. He would say, क्या हो गया, किसका funeral में आया है? Why you have long faces? So all that I can say is, may he keep us. May he keep us his. That's all. उनका बनाए रखे हमको. Because उनके बिना जिंदगी में और कुछ नहीं. There is nothing else besides it. Jai Baba. Janardhanji, Aarti.
Once again, I thank you all of you.
Thank Baba only, sir.
Okay,
Can I-
right.
May I make a request?
Yeah. No, don't say request, you order.
No, I'm only request. Could you please sing the
Gujarati Aarti.
Telugu Aarti?
Telugu Aarti.
Yes, we haven't heard it for a long time now. Deva hi
Okay.
Deva,
Okay.
Please.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. देवादिदेवा प्रेम स्वभाव प्रभो मेहर बाबा प्रियतमा मन सुहारती दे प्रियतमा मन सुहारती दे प्रेम ज्योति माँ హృది వెలిగించు, కామక్రోధముల మది తొలగించు, ప్రేమ జ్యోతి మా హృది వెలిగించు, కామక్రోధముల మది తొలగించు, దామను వీడక నిన్ను ప్రేమించు, దామను వీడక నిన్ను ప్రేమించు, మము కరుణించవయా ప్రియతమా, మనసు హారతిదే ప్రియతమా, మనసు హారతిదే, నీ దివ్యనామమే మదిని స్మరించు, నీ దివ్య రూపమే హృది తిలకించు, నీ దివ్యనామమే మదిని స్మరించు, నీ దివ్య రూపమే హృది తిలకించు, నీ దివ్య పదములే ఆరాధించు, నీ దివ్య పదములే ఆరాధించు, మము కరుణించవయా ప్రియతమా, మనసు హారతిదే ప్రియతమా, మనసు హారతిదే, అహంకారము హారతి కాగా, అహంకారము హారతి కాగా, మే పరమై ప్రకాశించగా, ఇహమే పరమై ప్రకాశించగా, పాహి శరణు సాయుధ్యము పొందగా, పాహి శరణు సాయుధ్యము పొందగా, మము కరుణించవయా ప్రియతమా, మనసు హారతిదే ప్రియతమా, మనసు హారతిదే, దేవాది దేవా ప్రేమ స్వభావ, ప్రభో మెహర్ బాబా, ప్రియతమా మనసు హారతిదే ప్రియతమా, మనసు హారతిదే ప్రియతమా, మనసు హారతిదే. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.
Sam uncle, unmute yourself, please.
Sorry. Janardhan Sahab, thank you very much for this lovely aarti. Now I have a request and some homework for you. आप जब भी time मिले, do us a favor and write down the translation of this aarti, because I have sung this aarti का जो the chorus मैंने बहुत time सुना है, बहुत अच्छा लगता है, but we would all like to know the meaning of it all. So next Thursday or any other Thursday, whenever you're ready with the translation, you can read one line in Telugu and tell us the meaning, and we will be very happy to spend time in his love like that. Is that okay with all of y'all?
Yes, yes, yes.
कोई साला जवाब ही नहीं देता है, सब लोग सो गए हैं आज.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Chalo.
I think Janardhan uncle was saying something. He's on mute.
Janardhan Sahab, please unmute and say something. You want to say something? आपको बोलना है?
Okay. जी. अंकल जी म्यूट हो गया
वापस म्यूट हो गया. हेलो. हाँ बोलिए.
हाँ, जबकि जानिश चाहते कि मैं कुछ बोलूं, तो मैं सबको मेरे तहे दिल से सबको प्रेम भरा जय बाबा. आई एम वेरी grateful to you people. Jai Baba.
नहीं नहीं ऐसे मत बोलो. Grateful to you, Baba.
Sir,
You know
no,
how
you are given.
we are to you.
You are given us
Sharing
such.
such lovely stories.
You have given us such beautiful time, and Jimmy Khan's stories, it touched the very heart.
Yes,
And,
yes.
beautiful stories. And it was his great fortune that he was with Baba. So it is also great fortune that I wish to be with him.
Of course. Of course.
Right, Jai Baba, everybody.
जय मेहर बाबा सर.
जय।
तो अभी दुकान बंद करें कि क्या?
हाँ,
Dennis?
दुकान तो बंद करना चाहिए ना कभी ना कभी.
हाँ जी. Anybody wants to say anything?
Jai Baba, Janice.
Jai Baba uncle ji. Thank you very much. Thank you Baba for this
Yeah.
another amazing session.
रीता कोहली जय बाबा.
Jai Baba.
जय मेहर बाबा.
Very good session.
Thank you. Very good बाबा. Hello. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you everybody. Stay healthy. Happy Janice. करो parting shot बराबर बोल.
Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.
हाय शाबाश.
Baba
कितना
Nigibam
बड़ा
on
स्पीच दिया.
everyone.
देखा जैनिस ने कितना बड़ा स्पीच दिया.
बहुत अच्छा, बहुत स्वीट.
Thank you everybody.
जय बाबा,
बाबा
अवतार
ने-
मेहर बाबा की जय.
और मेरे बाबा की जय. जय बाबा.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. अवतार मेहर बाबा
बाबा
की
की
जय.
जय.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.